beautiful souls, and welcome back to the Transform with Angel show. I'm Angel Carlton Anderson. Can you believe we are wrapping up another year? I don't know where 2024 went, and it feels like it just started, but here we are, standing on the doorstep of 2025. And let me tell you, this is not just any old year. Oh no, my friends. We are stepping into a 9-year, and the energy is about to get real. Think of it as the universe's version of a grand finale. Now, don't let that scare you. There's a lot of good things that happen in a 9-year. And everything is coming out into the open. So brace yourself. The truths, the lies, the secrets, the skeletons in the closet. Yep, all of it. Whether we like it or not, it's all part of the cosmic plan. Now, some of you may not know that in addition to me being a transformation enthusiast, I'm also a numerologist, where I am completely fascinated by the energy of numbers. And yes, numbers carry an energy vibration. I know it sounds kind of woo-woo and crazy, but this is ancient wisdom that we're tapping into when we talk about numbers. And when we add up the year 2025, it adds up to the number 9. This has significant meaning for us collectively, as it is the end of a 9-year cycle. We all go through 9-year cycles throughout our life, by the way. And so what does this mean for us? Well, we're moving into a world where transparency is key. It's obvious that the world is becoming more transparent. You know what people say, right? What happens in the dark always comes to light. Well, in 2025 is like the brightest spotlight ever. We're talking about a year where not much can be hidden anymore. I mean, let's face it. I mean, look at the news. Look at what's being revealed. And whether we're talking about the world stage or our own lives, the masks are coming off, and authenticity is the name of the game. Now, don't panic. I know the idea of having our skeletons revealed and secrets uncovered isn't exactly fun. But here's the thing. This is all for our good. We cannot take shame, the guilt, the fear, the worry, the hiding associated with our past to the place where we're heading. Those things are not welcome there. We have to trust that whatever is being revealed, no matter how shocking or uncomfortable, is part of a greater plan for healing, for growth, and for our evolution, which is why we're here, collectively and individually. And hey, maybe you've been holding on to a few things, you need to let go of. 2025 is giving you the perfect chance to release that baggage. Let it go, lighten up a little bit. That's what number 9 energy will help us do. In word to the wise, anything you don't let go of this year, you're going to carry with you into the next 9-year cycle. Yep, you heard that right. 9 years of dragging around that emotional wound, the health crisis or issue you've been dealing with, or the bad habit, toxic relationship, unhappiness, whatever dissatisfaction you may be feeling in general. Do yourself a favor. Do the work and let it go now. And I know what you're thinking. Okay, but how do I do that? Well, simple. We're going to get back to the basics. I'm going to walk you through it. I'm going to point out some things here in this podcast about what we can look forward to in 2025 and also what we might be feeling as a result of it. In the coming year, it's really going to be about reconnecting with the simple joys. We don't have to stress out anymore. We really don't. The joys of life. What does that mean to you? To me, it's nature. It's going to the beach. It's meaningful connections and deep conversations with other humans. Yeah, connecting with other humans. How about that? And also tuning into my highest self, like really tapping into that source energy, God, the Holy Spirit, whatever you want to call it, turning that into a practice in life and making it part of our daily routine. That's the simple joys I'm talking about. And seriously, even something as simple as feeling the breeze on your face could bring you to tears. I know that sounds kind of dramatic, but trust me, this just happened to me. I was doing yoga and meditation out in the beautiful sun on our pool deck. And we live in Florida, so we can pretty much do that year round, which is wonderful. And I was in that Zen place, the void, as they call it. It's that beautiful feeling of absolute nothingness. And suddenly I felt this breeze just go right across my face. And it literally brought me to tears. It's like my soul instantly recalled one of the many reasons I wanted to come to this planet and take human form to begin with. And that was simply to feel the breeze across my face. And my soul remembered with that breeze. It was so profound. It just triggered an emotional response. But these are the types of things that will happen in that 9 energy. This is the space we're all stepping into. We are all realizing there is so much more to life than driving a nice car or sporting those designer handbags. It's time to move away from consumerism and into consciousnessism. Okay, so that may not be a word. I think I just made it up. We'll call that an angelism. It's about less ego, more heart and soul. We're shifting from more stuff to more meaning. I think you are picking up what I'm throwing down here, because that's what this year is all about. It's planting the seeds for who you truly want to be, for the kind of life we truly want to live. So take a moment, ask yourself, what am I carrying that I need to let go of? And what vision do I have of my life? Because that's where we want to place the focus, not on the past, but the future. As Dr. Joe Dispenza says, fall in love with your future. I love that. And I say, fall in love with your future self because we are evolving. And who do you wish to become? Because 2025 is the year to start realizing that vision. It is a year for completion, for wrapping things up, for preparing for that next chapter. And trust me, if you do the work now, the next 9 years will be so much brighter. And for those of you who like to dive a little deeper into this stuff, and you're a little bit woo-woo like me, well, you may want to learn a little bit more about what 9-year cycle you are in personally. And that is based on your birth date, because that will add another layer to this energy of the 9-year that we're in. But more on that later. If you're really, really interested and you want to learn more about this stuff, then go to Amazon and order a copy of the book that I co-wrote on numerology. It's called Nowhere to Knowing: Decode Your Life Using the Science of Numerology. It's a guidebook. You can become your own numerologist. It's a book that I co-wrote with my lifelong friend, Pumpkin, Mary Herder. And we just have been fascinated with numerology for such a long time. But anyway, go check out that book. And now you could learn what Spirit has in store for you in 2025. Mary Herder, my co-author of Nowhere to Knowing, has just recorded an intuitive channeled message. You've got to check it out. You can go to the link in the description of this video, or you can go to my YouTube channel and check out the bonus material playlist. Either way, you've got to hear this powerful message. All right. Let's get ready to step into 2025, shall we? The year of the big reveal. Buckle up. It's going to be transformative. It's going to be healing. And yes, sometimes a little uncomfortable. But in the end, it's all about becoming the most authentic, liberated version of you. So let's do this, shall we? Well, numerologically speaking, 2025, like I said, is a 9-year. Well, how do I come up with that? You simply add 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5. That equals 9. When you break it down to a single digit number. The 9 energy has significant implications for global and personal energies, as I mentioned. It's associated with completion. It's associated with wisdom, humanitarianism. And it also suggests that 2025 will be a year of closure, reflection, and potential transformation, because that's really what this life journey is all about. So here are some key themes that you can expect for 2025 from a numerological perspective. Number 1, completion and endings. It's the end of a cycle, so 2025 could mark the conclusion of certain patterns, both collective and on an individual level. This is the time to reflect on what has been achieved over the past cycle and let go of what no longer serves you or your growth or the vision you have of yourself or your life. It's a year for clearing out the old to make room for the new, preparing for a fresh beginning when we enter the number 1 energy of 2026. So we're just kind of clearing out that foundation, sweeping the floor. Number 2, humanitarianism and compassion. The 9 energy is linked to a service and compassion. You may see a heightened focus on humanitarian efforts, social causes, global issues. There may be a collective desire to address inequality, poverty, and challenges facing the world in general. But on a personal level, you may feel a stronger urge to help others or get involved with charitable work, volunteer, and give up your time and talents. Number 3, spiritual and philosophical growth. The number 9 resonates with wisdom and spiritual awareness. So in 2025, you may feel drawn to explore deeper meanings of life. There just comes a time in life where we go, what is the purpose of all this, right? Well, that's a sure sign that you're evolving, and it's a sure sign that you're experiencing some kind of awakening, and you're ready to tap into a higher level of consciousness. It's that simple when you start asking those questions. So seek answers. You will begin to develop an interest in spirituality, mysticism, alternative healing modalities. I recommend learning about the quantum field. I find that stuff fascinating. I highly recommend exploring the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza, as he has done a lot of neuroscience research on the effects of these types of modalities. And it is absolutely fascinating and very healing. So if you're wanting to really take this 9 energy and clearing energy, look at some of his work. I know he's got some great meditations on YouTube. Number 4, forgiveness and release. That's a big one. That's a big one because we've been pretty disconnected. This year does encourage forgiveness, whether it's letting go of grudges, healing past wounds, or just moving on from relationships or situations that have run their course. We kind of get to that point where we know it's just time. And you'll start to see directional signs going, nope, you're not going down that path any longer. You're now going down this path. And the universe will sometimes show us pretty obvious signs, and other times we have to look for them, because this will be an opening for more growth and healing. Number 5, global shifts and transitions. In world affairs, the 9 energy could correspond with significant shifts, transitions, or even endings. Hopefully this is the endings of the bad stuff happening, like wars and things like that. That is my intention. That is the energy I'm putting out there to contribute to the collective. So keep your eyes peeled, keep your awareness around things that might be political changes, economic reforms, social movements that are reaching kind of a culmination point. Countries or organizations may face the need to conclude certain policies or practices to pave the way for new directions. And I think our new administration could be paving some ways into the future. And it's going to be interesting to watch it all unfold. Number 6, emotional sensitivity. With number 9's influence, 2025 may also be an emotional sensitive year. It usually is. And you may be more attuned to the feelings of others. There could be a heightened sense of empathy. This emotional awareness can help deepen relationships, but may also require careful management of your own boundaries just to avoid burnout. We also may be grieving. There's a sense of loss when so much is changing so quickly and we're letting go and releasing things that's been a part of our lives for a long time. And grief may creep in unexpectedly. Just know that this is a natural part of transformation. So feel the feels. Allow the tears to fall. That's a cleansing. That's the physical expression of the emotional, spiritual cleansing that's taking place. So please cry and just allow that healing process to do its magic. You'll come out stronger and wiser on the other side. I promise you that. You always do. You know that. So to sum it up here, 2025 will be a year of closure, reflection, humanitarian focus. And as the energy of 9 brings like a sense of wrapping things up and preparing for new beginnings, it encourages both personal introspection and collective action for the greater good, making it a powerful time for transformative growth. And that's where we are right now. The number 9, many people may feel shifts on an emotional level, mental level, physical, even spiritual levels. This energy associated with endings, with humanitarianism and spiritual awareness, could lead to various symptoms or experiences. So here's some things you might feel or anticipate in this coming year. Number 1, emotional release and sensitivity. Feeling more emotional and sensitive. The number 9 is closely tied to our emotional depth. And you may experience heightened sensitivity, like everything triggers you. But this is just the emotional wounds needing to be healed. This is the past, the unhealed past that's being triggered, that wants attention, and it's asking to be released. So pay attention to what's triggering you and what you're getting sensitive about. Just be aware of this. The tears, the angers, the frustration can appear seemingly out of nowhere as you're being confronted by those buried emotions and coming to terms with the truth. Number 2, restlessness or a desire for change. Yeah. Some may feel that you've outgrown certain relationships, jobs, situations, sensing it's time to move on. I just mentioned this, but this feeling of being done can lead to a desire for new beginnings or personal evolution. Just know that. And physically, this can manifest as the urge to clean out your living space, release unnecessary items, and just simplify your life. Focus just on one or two things, not a bazillion things. It's not the time to multitask. It's the time to simplify. You can be called to just let go of all these outdated ideas and old possessions, and you don't need it anymore. You'll just go, I just don't need this stuff anymore. So number 3, increased intuition and spiritual awareness. This has been my experience. You might notice a heightened intuition, clearer gut feelings, or stronger insights about people or situations. The number 9 is connected to wisdom. So expect intuitive knowing or spiritual realizations. This will happen. You could experience more vivid dreams. Sometimes those dreams reveal important messages about closure, forgiveness, or your future paths forward. Pay attention to reoccurring symbols, themes in your dreams, numbers. Go get the Nowhere to Knowing guidebook and learn about the energy of the numbers and what they mean in your life so you can decode those messages. They'll be sent to you, but you've got to pay attention. There might be a pull toward meditation, yoga, or spiritual disciplines that you've never embraced. You might be attracted to some books and webinars and retreats that you thought you'd never attend. Some people may seek deeper spiritual understanding, more philosophical topics, or guidance from a mentor, a transformative mentor. As you prepare to step into that unknown, it's uncharted territory for some of us, and we could always use a little mentorship of somebody who's just down that path a little further, right? I recommend going to my website, transformwithangel.com. There's some self-mastery courses that can also help you, and they're very reasonably priced. I recommend exploring those and see if there's some wisdom in there for you as well. Number 4, physical fatigue or cleansing. 9 is the number of endings and release, and many might feel tired, just really fatigued. I mean, emotionally drained. You're going to be processing a lot of emotions and mental releases. This can take a toll on the body. This could feel like a purging phase where the body needs more rest and recuperation. It's a great time to detox your body. We all have toxins in our body, environmental toxins. So look into some detox regimens and protocols. This is an excellent time to do that. Pay attention to body aches or tensions in the body. Where are they? Where they are on the body also determines what emotional wounds need to be healed. There could be emotional blockages, and those need to be released. Sometimes we manifest those emotional wounds as physical aches, especially in areas associated with stress, like the neck, shoulders, lower back. But even in our organs, if our organs are struggling, there's typically a reason, an emotional reason behind why certain parts of our body are breaking down and feeling that extra tension. And some may feel the need just for more alone time. If you're craving solitude, introspection, this is completely normal. You need time to process what's happening emotionally and spiritually. There's going to be a lot going on in 2025. This could lead to withdrawing from social settings. You just need to take time to recharge and reflect. It may feel like depression, but it's not chronic. Depression is a natural part of the human experience, and it's just a time of rest. It's a time of healing, and you'll move through those feelings. So just know that as well. And then number 5, it's a time of endings and transitions. Again, you may experience significant transitions, an end of a relationship, a job, long-term commitments. I mean, these things will happen in a 9-year. It's to create space for that new stuff. You can almost feel like, oh, this is fated or meant to be. You'll feel a sense of relief sometimes when these things are being released. Number 6, mental clarity and reflection. You may feel a strong pull to look back on past achievements, failures, lessons learned. These are all good things to do in a 9-year. This introspection can provide valuable insights into how far you've come and also determine where you want to go. And as the year progresses, you might want to start thinking about the future and what you want to initiate once the energy of the 2026, the number 1 energy, arrives. Because this period is ideal for planning and preparing for fresh starts and planting those seeds. Number 7, crisis of purpose or identity. Like I said, you're going to be asking some questions, perhaps feeling lost, uncertain. It's a time of wrapping things up, so you may feel a sense of purposelessness or uncertainty because a new purpose is starting to come to the surface and present itself, one that you haven't seen yet. That's what the 1 energy is, the newness, the new beginnings. You may have opportunities come to you in this 9-year that will really go into effect next year in 2026. Just know it's normal to feel unsettled during this time when you're in this limbo in between stage, as the old ways are being kind of left behind. There may be a tendency to question decisions that you've made in the past, especially if they no longer align with your current values or goals. This can lead to soul searching about your direction and your priorities. Yes, soul searching. You're not going to find those answers in your mind. It's going to be in your soul. So you've got to tap into your higher self. Number 8, increased creativity. Yeah, the creative energies of the number 9 may inspire artistic endeavors. Yes, break out the crayons and start coloring. I'm serious. So whether you're painting, writing music, or other forms of expression, this energy can act as a channel for emotional release and self-discovery. Journaling, so powerful. I love writing. Writing is my outlet. You'll start tapping into some creative problem solving as well. I mean, you may find yourself thinking outside the box or coming up with innovative solutions to problems and challenges. This will happen. The answers will unfold. It's time to let go of conventional thinking and embrace new possibilities. The creative energy is your spiritual energy. So tap into that. When you practice creative activities, you're exercising your spirituality. You're exercising the right side of the brain. It's a very powerful thing to tap into that creative energy. And finally, number 9, heightened sensitivity to global or collective issues. We're all feeling it. You know, there's been an underlying stress to the world events happening. The number 9 is tied to global consciousness. We may feel more attuned to humanitarian crises, environmental issues, collective suffering, stuff that's happening on the other side of the globe. We're going to feel like it's happening to our family. And you might feel a little stronger connection to the world as a whole. You may even have a desire to contribute to these causes a little more passionately. With this heightened awareness of global issues, you may feel overwhelmed by the negativity in the world because there's going to be so much that's going to be revealed as things become more transparent. This will require more conscious efforts on your part to protect your own energy and help you avoid burnout. So we can really anticipate kind of an emotional roller coaster this year. Basically, to summarize 2025 as a number 9 year, you may experience emotional release, increased intuition, spiritual reflection, and a sense of closure. Expect to experience or observe heightened sensitivity, life transitions, creative expression, and a deepened connection to humanitarian or global causes. Physically, fatigue or body tension can accompany the emotional and spiritual shifts, so it's important to practice self-care. Embrace solitude. You're going to need some time alone to process this stuff and allow time for healing. All right, beautiful souls, as we stand at the threshold of 2025, let's remember this. We are stepping into a year of big reveals and powerful transformations. The energy of 9 is all about letting go, wrapping up old cycles, and preparing for a fresh, authentic start. Whether it's secrets coming to light, emotional baggage finally being released, or simply realizing who the F we truly are. This year is here to liberate us. So as we say goodbye to the past and welcome the future, let's do it with open hearts, ready to embrace whatever comes next. It's not about perfection. It's never been about perfection. It's about progress. It's about process. It's about practice. And 2025 is giving us the perfect chance to grow into our most true and empowered selves. As I always like to do, I like to lock in this message with a powerful affirmation that you can carry with you into the new year. So take a deep breath, clear your mind, and feel these words as you repeat after me. I release the weight of shame, guilt, and fear from my past, allowing my heart to open fully to the freedom of my true self. With each step, I create a foundation for growth, for healing and new beginnings. I welcome the unfolding of my highest potential with curiosity, courage, and grace. Breathe it in. You've got this. I am looking forward to seeing you in the new year and seeing a stronger, more authentic version of you. I know I will be. Until then, just be your best self. Happy New Year, everybody. Sending love. Bye-bye. Hey, everybody. I just wanted to remind you to like this video, share this video, comment on the video, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And visit transformwithangel.com to get your free download of your ebook, How to Conquer Anything. You're going to need this as a guidebook in 2025. It's going to be your how-to manual to get through everything. And again, as a reminder, go check out my self-mastery courses. I've created them for this time to help you move through these pretty intense energies. Thanks again for tuning in. I really appreciate you and love you all.